Ours is a purely arranged marriage.
Wow.
When I saw her, the only thing I was thinking was, Chandni. We've fought, and instantly the call would go to my mother-in-law. Okay, listen.
She's going to come back.
No.
Would you marry an actor? No.
No, maybe not. I'm an insecure man.
There are a lot of intimate scenes in shows and movies.
I've lost a lot of work because of that.
She doesn't want that
she
intimate.
Wasn't. My word to her was enough for me to say no. I was in a phase of depression, especially 7 years of being in a relationship. Yeah, I went through a very tough phase after that.
Hello everybody and welcome to my show In Bed with Shenaz, and today I have another surprise for you. Hello! Oh my god, what are you doing in my bed?
Oh my
god, Neil Nitin Mukesh, what are you doing in my bed?
I feel I'm caught. I'm in bed with another woman after 7.5 years.
Wow, I feel so special.
You are special, and I feel so alive.
On that note, welcome to In Bed with Shenaz.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me in your bed.
The idea of having a show like this was like, firstly, I want people to just be comfortable, intimate, in bed with me. I can have hot guys in my bed.
I like the sound of that. At least I come in the list of Shenaz's hot guys.
Absolutely. You just said you've been married 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
And 7 years is a long time. And how long did you know her before that?
We knew each other just about 3 or 4 months.
That's it.
Ours is a purely arranged marriage.
Wow.
We met very coincidentally and actually through family. I was shooting a film called Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, and one of our common friends used to come visit Salman Bhai, myself. He said, okay, you know what, I have a very nice girl. I said, don't even get it to me. Go straight to mom. When I saw her, the only thing I was thinking was, Chandni. It was very Yashraj film kind of background score happening while she was dressed in all white chicken work, salwar suit, etc. And she was looking very sweet.
But then when you met your wife and then you started talking, what is it about her that made you feel like this is the one?
Her simplicity. I'm a very family-oriented person.
Absolutely.
And I was always in a search of a partner who'd help me and support me in that. How much ever I do respect women who are independent and have their independent thoughts of wanting to stay separately, wanting to do their own bit. Somewhere my ideology didn't kind of
match
that.
You wanted
I wanted someone to be with me and understand that I have these certain responsibilities. When you come in as my partner, I need that anchoring and support.
Yeah.
And our profession's very tough.
It's so crazy. You're so right. Like tough. Having that one anchor is so
traveling,
important.
You finish one film and the next is yet another struggle.
So you were focused on work?
Very, very focused.
And then what age were you like, okay, now I want to get married?
I was ready to settle, maybe not fully ready, but I was dating someone. We were in a relationship for about, 6-7 years.
Was she in the industry?
She was not from the industry either. And she and I were friends from the time that I was before an actor.
Ah, okay, wow.
I was committed and I was sure of, wanting to settle down. Unfortunately, things didn't turn out that way, and that was a big blow.
Yeah.
There were expectations from both sides that didn't match in terms of compatibility. Yeah, let's put it that way. But I respect that family, I respect that girl. Somewhere I feel that I lacked maybe the confidence of approaching it that time in a certain way.
But you know what, you were young, right? And sometimes you learn from your mistakes.
I was 26, 27.
Oh my God, you're so young.
But then finally I settled down at 35. And those 8-9 years post that relationship, of course I dated many
Mm.
women, and I was always wanting then to find
the one.
Ah. And unfortunately, they weren't ready.
Okay, but I'm sure now you've been married 7 years. So we're talking about how do you keep the marriage alive? How do you deal with fights? Because fights, I'm sure, happen.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Couples saying that we don't have an argument or some kind of banter on a day. This it's a lie. She and I were very different people when we got married. The only common factor was that we both love movies. She She likes horror, I like horror.
Whoa.
But she came from a very insecure state of mind, with all preconceived notions of how an actor would be. Oh, you're going for shoot, so you might end up having an affair. And I am not like that. So the
So
more
you
I have
felt
to
like,
justify my
yeah,
character,
right.
that's how much you're probably doubting it. And I don't like that. I become defensive. So I guess somewhere we kind of learned that the do's and the don'ts of what you can do now and what you can't.
Nowadays, there are a lot of intimate scenes in shows and movies.
I've lost a lot of work because of that. Earlier in the past, at least, when we were just married,
Yeah.
her one big request was after marriage.
Yeah.
ये पहले बोला होता तो सोच लेता शायद. है ना? I wish I knew her concern because it's such a technical field.
But she said, she doesn't want that intimate.
She
but
wasn't
I
prepared.
understand that.
My respect for her was enough, and my word to her was enough for me to say no. To work and take a call on that front myself.
Correct.
Till a time came when it became slightly tougher when OTT
Yes.
started demanding it, and after I sat down, and I guess also time kind of gives that.
Yeah, gives you that
we
comfort.
spent about 4 years into marriage,
Yeah.
and she had already now kind of
Known
gotten
who you are.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So if we were abroad, if we were in London or maybe in Dubai, or if I'm walking around, I'm like, babe, look at her, man, she's so beautiful, now. That's it.
So do you say sorry to your wife when
Every time.
Oh, you say sorry every
And I
you,
know-
sorry, you were right. So you don't have a problem saying that.
99% of the times it's me who's saying sorry because I know it's me who's at fault. She's such a lovely girl. I couldn't have been blessed more.
Oh, sweet.
And I
What was
thank
your
her.
last fight about?
I don't know. I mean, we don't fight as such. We've fought earlier in our teething days, and instantly the call would go to my mother-in-law. Okay, listen, it's probably going
Oh, really?
in a certain way. Maybe
She's going to come back.
no. My father and my mother would chuck me out of the house. They would never even think of Rukmini moving out. Not to that extreme, but she's also much younger than me.
Okay.
So there's almost a generation gap out there in thought process. She's also very mature in that sense, but there's a very childlike quality in her. So I had to accept that babiness in her and understand it in my initial days also, and I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
That
Nothing
took
prepares
time.
you for like being
but
married to somebody.
But COVID happened. Those 4 months got us really close in the sense I started respecting her a lot. Tirelessly working for my daughter, looking after the house, cooking. And for me, she turned into a woman there. And today, when I see the way she's blended with the family and the way she looks after my father, my mother, I feel that she's more a Mukesh than I ever was, and
Wow.
and I think she just cracked that
She cracked
beautifully.
it.
Yeah, I
And
feel
where's your
that.
wife's family?
My wife's family is from Bombay. They're
Okay.
educationists. So she comes from an educational,
and
background,
you're an
and I'm an actor.
Would you have married an actor?
I mean, if things went well, there is never a नहीं यार मुझे actor नहीं.
Do you think you would feel a little insecure, say, if your wife was like going on set and shooting?
I wouldn't lie, I would. Not for my insecurity with her, but I'm an insecure man. Many a times this thought has come across that how hypocritical, right, of me to think of a girl not being able to do that to me and maybe find her security.
Right.
So I feel that insecurity led for me not to also then choose someone from the same
Correct, from
fraternity
the same industry. And
because-
especially now with all the OTTs and everyone has to like kiss and make out and have sex on.
It's not just that. I get that, and I get the technical aspect of it, of course. It's like I said, like for me, family is a lot, very important. So if our work is so demanding, time, travel, life just goes by.
Yeah.
And it would be selfish of me to have not let her go through her journey and her aspirations, her dreams. So I can't be that.
So would you marry an actor? No. The answer is no.
No, maybe not. Not for any other reason, I promise you.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, I really truly respect my industry and the people around. If you have to cheat, you don't necessarily have to be in this industry to cheat.
No, you can. It's
with all due respect, there's a lot more happening outside this film industry
also
that isn't spoken of.
True. So I have another question for you from the book. Could a boy be threatened by a girl's success?
110%. You know, unfortunately, whoever says this is lying.
Yeah, I agree.
I respect women tremendously who are successful, who work. I look up to them. But for me, homemaking is also massive work. It's a 24/7 job.
Absolutely.
So hats off to all the women, for being homemakers also, and being independent out there who have worked their way up.
So for you, the man has to be the provider.
My life has always been that.
So you would not be okay with like a woman working and earning more than you?
No,
really?
I would not feel not okay about it. I'd be complexed about it in a way that what am I not doing right to be able to do it for her? It's great, whatever you do, you make billions of dollars. But
I get
looking
it.
after the family
most men feel that
is at least my responsibility. Because I have taken it up on myself. That's why I married you. You're supposed to be my responsibility. If I had the intention other way around, I probably would have, gotten a deal done and said, okay, fine, transfer this amount to my bank account.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions from the book, okay?
Yeah.
Are our past lessons a blessing or a curse?
I feel that past
is a blessing.
Always is a blessing.
Yeah.
You have to learn from it. Like I've gone through so much in my life. So many ups, so many downs. I've gone through so much anxiety, it's always
Are you prone to anxiety? Do you feel?
Big time.
Yeah.
I've gone through panic attacks.
Really?
I've gone through anxieties.
Like attack means you actually feel like what?
Yeah, like an anxious attack. Your body just kind of gets tight. That's anxiety. The best way to handle it is by accepting it. कि है और बहुत important है कि कोई ऐसा आपके साथ हो who can give you that confidence. I was in a phase of depression,
Was there anything that sparked it, or it
my
just
breakup,
happened?
one of my breakups that I mentioned earlier. So I went through a very tough phase after that, and especially 7 years of being in a relationship, friends just abandoning you, your life just changing overnight. So I did go through a bit of a phase then, but my father was great. He was such a support. He would sit with me all night at times.
Wow.
We would watch movies, we would chat.
Wow, you're very blessed
I'm
that you have.
very blessed to have
and you
a
can tell your
parent.
parents everything.
I talk to them about everything.
Now I'll ask you one last question before we wrap. Let's see. What are the rules of breakup?
Ethically, I find it very important for either of the partners to give closure. So yes, in that sense, I think it's very important for two people to at least sit down, talk, and say that, listen, maybe it's not working out. You've spent time with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
At least respect that.
Yes. So I want you now to say 3 thank yous and a sorry to maybe an ex.
Thank you for teaching me the importance of the faith that I had always and belief that I had that family is important. Thank you for teaching me that I have the right to dream, and thank you for teaching me that there is hope in life.
And what are you saying sorry for?
Well, sorry for giving it all and still not being able to win your heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, with that we end the show. Thank you for being in bed with Shenaz.
God bless you.
Thank you
so
too.
much.
Here's my book for you. I will sign it. And I'll see you soon.